Back in the western regions, in the wind-scoured lands of the west, where banners were hardened by dust and blood alike, Lord Grimnar Mudhoof set his war host in motion. Drums thundered across the plains as warriors gathered beneath his standard, their armor darkened by old campaigns. Once more, the command of the host fell to Thrune Bloodtusk, whose heart burned with vengeance for the defeat he had suffered in the Bloodfen War. His oath was simple and terrible. Bloodfen would be reclaimed, or he would fall upon its soil. When the host began its march toward the accursed outcamp, Lord Grimnar turned his gaze elsewhere. He summoned Ragnar Bristleback, a seasoned commander whose scars told tales older than many songs. Grimnar charged him with a quieter but no less grave task: to take a separate force, secure a nearby village, and then ride onward into the Speartine Savannah. There, Ragnar was to learn the fate of the Gazalorians and watch closely, for should they have a hand in the invasion, the Tuskridge settlement would surely be their next prey. Far to the west of Gazelspire Haven, capital of the Speartine Savannah, a lone messenger arrived, dust-cloaked and breathless, bearing words from Talvar. King Lord Amakon Highhorn read the message in silence, his grip tightening as its meaning settled upon him. At once he commanded his banners raised. Reinforcements were sent to Spearrun village, and swift riders carried calls for aid to their closest bloodline allies, the Roarthorn. Yet the king's caution did not end there. Fearing deeper treachery, he ordered an army to the far edge of his realm to stand vigilant should the Tuskfen also prove entangled in the invasion. This host marched under the command of Joranu Longhorn, a leader known for restraint as much as for strength. After several days of hard marching, Ragnar Bristleback reached the Tuskridge settlement. The villagers froze in dread as ranks upon ranks of Tuskfen soldiers poured into their streets, their numbers enough to darken the village square. Though Ragnar meant only to pass through, his path halted when he sighted a vast host ahead. As the distance closed, the truth became clear. The banners of Gazaloria were advancing toward the settlement. Ragnar's voice rang out like steel on stone as he ordered his warriors into battle formation. Yet before blood could be spilled, Joranu Longhorn raised his hand and commanded his troops to halt. Bringing only a small escort, he rode forward, seeking words before war. Seeing this, Ragnar too stepped forth, leaving his ranks behind. When the two commanders met upon the open ground, they spoke long and grimly, trading truths of burning villages and broken treaties. It was then that the full horror was revealed. The Ursadale, a third bloodline, had also taken part in the invasion. Ragnar felt the weight of it settle upon his shoulders. Without delay he turned back, riding hard to warn his king and to hasten reinforcements to Thrune. To retake Bloodfen now would mean facing not one foe, but three, already entrenched, already waiting. Joranu, upon learning the truth, sent only a handful of riders back to his king, bearing word that the Tuskfen were not aggressors, but victims of the same assault. Though his duty had ended with that message, Joranu chose another path. Against strict orders, he marched alongside the Tuskfen, unwilling to abandon them to a war they did not begin.